What's up, family? A Super Bowl.
Hey, don't stop talking to me. Hey, man, it's not about you today, baby. You know where we at. We're in the facility, baby. Yes, we are. They try to count us out, but we came to New Orleans and we took over the scene like I did with Emmanuel Acho. Let me tell you one thing. They doubted my quarterback. What'd he do? Super Bowl MVP. They doubted my defense against special hosts. What'd they do? Shut him out and embarrass him. Nick Sirianni, sir, I see you somewhere. You better put more respect on my head coach, because all he does is win, 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 win. 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, huh? And this is what people don't want to talk about. Next year, we going back to back. Yes, we are. Saquon. Boy, I love you, boy. Boy, fly who's fly. I'll see you at the parade, popping bottles like I did last night. Let's go.
I think I pulled a hamstring.
I'll cut that up. Are you crip walking? Are you Serena? Are you crip walking?
No, I ain't crip walking. Champagne sipping, spilling.
There it is.
Falling. It's been a long, long day, a long, long night, Chase.
Long
Sorry
night.
if I'm late. Long night.
Well deserved, brother.
A lot of belts and booty last night. Bow, 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 bow.
You about it.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Now, Chase, I got a surprise
That's
for
awesome.
you. They told me if we win the championship, it's going to be a ring. You get the ring.
Oh, my God. Is that ring number 3?
Where the cigars at?
Oh, I got some.
You got some?
I got
We need to
some.
celebrate.
Got you, bro.
Big win.
Not on set. They y'all told me how to put them, though, but I got some, though. You know what I mean?
7 a.m. Let's go.
That
Oh, yeah. I like you
Eagles
getting the
Hall of
ring.
Famer, LeSean Shady McCoy. That's
Are you
James Jones,
sweating?
Chase Daniel. Your boy Emmanuel Acho. My voice.
Where's your voice?
I left it in New Orleans. That's
right.
I left my
That's
voice.
right. You don't need no voice. Shane don't do the show.
Jay, you told us, but genuinely, how are you feeling? You were a Hall of Famer for the Eagles. Nobody else on national television can feel how you feel.
Yo, I love it.
Sweating already. You feel good.
This is what people don't understand, man. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, brother. When you an Eagle at heart, dog, when you an Eagle legend, bro, when they play, we play, right?
I love it.
I've been texting the boys all week like, I'm about to play. Yo, don't forget, hey, third down. Yo, Saquon, right? And I want the boys to win, and that's what we did, man. It's for the city. The city is turned up right now. I know I'm sweating,
Yeah.
but I got a lot going on.
Hey, don't even worry about that.
Broad Street, back home, you wouldn't even recognize it.
Grease the poles
And I
up.
want to give a lot of credit to the Eagle fans. Because the Chief fans, they travel.
They showed out.
Eagle fans show out. Every block, every store was all Eagle fans.
For sure.
I'm super happy. And then Jalen Hurts. Like, we always talk about, like, football is about narrative stories, right? And it's like, oh, can you win a championship with this type of quarterback?
Yeah.
He answered that question. Saquon, how the hell do you trade, or not trade, but you don't re-sign Saquon Barkley?
My goodness.
You get what I'm saying?
Dumb. Yeah.
And now he comes to Philadelphia and delivers to the Super Bowl. I look at this, all these, Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Every year, there's whispers about firing him. I'm like, why? And what's he do? Win this game. So, the last point, the three-peat. Everything was about, oh man, this is gonna be historic, and it's never been done before. Patrick Mahomes, and this and that. Three-peat, Andy Reid, and those are my guys. I'm like, dang, the respect part. It works out. God don't make mistakes. So the team that beat us,
Yeah.
oh, we get to play them again?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, the team that beat us is about to go for a three-peat on us?
Ain't happening.
And then the last thing is Kendrick Lamar. Oh, my God. If you got beef with somebody and you want to end it and solve it, you go to the biggest stage in the whole year, the Super Bowl.
World, yeah.
And you make him turn up his TV and put him to bed.
Turn off
Kendrick
his
Lamar,
TV.
bro, that was,
Yeah. And that's what he said.
How do you
too.
think Drake's feeling this morning?
You gonna sue me? Don't matter, sue me.
matter.
Look, the deep
That part was dope.
What a game. Shady, you catch your breath, big dog. You catch your breath, big dog. From the micro to the macro, when I think about how monumental this Eagles win was, I think about 3 things in particular. Number 1, you got to start talking about Jalen Hurts like a legitimate great of the generation. Think about this for a moment at home. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He has an All-Pro. The quarterbacks that have done that since 2000, Peyton Manning, Hall of Famer, Drew Brees, Hall of Famer, Tom Brady, Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer, Patrick Mahomes, Hall of Famer. You have to start talking about Jalen Hurts like beginning to meet the Hall of Fame criteria that he likely will end up in a gold jacket. That's number 1. Number 2, Sirianni. We got to start talking about him like Sean McVay.
Yup.
2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win. Sean McVay, Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl win. Let's talk about his tree. He about to have 3 assistant coaches as head coaches. By the time this show concludes, Kellen Moore will likely be announced as the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints, plus Jonathan Gannon, plus Shane Steichen. So you got to talk about Jalen Hurts like meeting the criteria to become a Hall of Famer. You got to talk about Sirianni like meeting the criteria to become a boy genius, which we talked about McVay. And then lastly, the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the best franchises in football. Only 3 franchises since the turn of the century have won multiple Super Bowls with different quarterback coaching combinations. The Bucks, Brad Johnson, Brady. The Ravens, Dilfer, Flacco. And the Eagles, Foles, and now Jalen Hurts plus Sirianni. You have to talk about the Eagles like one of the greatest franchises. You got to talk about Sirianni like one of the greatest coaches. And you got to talk about Hurts like one of the greatest quarterbacks. This win was as monumental as there are in all of sports. Shout out to the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
It sounds like you're being hyperbolic when you say all that stuff, but then when you really just like dive deep and like actually accept it for what it is and for what you're saying, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Right? Like you talk about Jalen Hurts. For all the stuff that, like, sometimes that we have up here, like, hey, he's not letting the ball go, he's not doing this, he's not doing that. The dude beat the best player in the world head-to-head, and it wasn't even close. He went head-to-head with Patrick Mahomes. The dude has 7 total touchdowns in 2 Super Bowl games. 7 total touchdowns in 2 Super Bowl games and that 1 interception we saw last night. So that's amazing. And then Nick Sirianni, what he's doing, and I was going to bring that up too, his tree is growing. And for all that we want to say about Nick, hey, you're a CEO-type coach. You've made some decisions early in the year that we weren't riding with. You shave your head. You win 16 of their next 17 games. And quite honestly, the game you lost is when Jalen Hurts got knocked out of the game. So you are absolutely balling. You trusted your offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore. You trusted your defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio. You didn't hold the team back. In fact, from a leadership standpoint, you propelled them forward. So you got to give credit to all that. And then just like seeing the Eagles beat a team that all 3 of us up here on Bourbon Street on Thursday, right, or Friday, we said that if the Chiefs win, they will be the best team of all time. And they beat them down from start to finish. It wasn't even a close game. 40-22 doesn't even say the story of the game.
Correct.
Like, they got 2 last-minute I mean, it was an butt-whooping from start to finish.
Hey, real quick, hey, thank you, Chase. Give my quarterback some love.
You got to give credit where credit's due, man.
And thank you for finally giving Nick Sirianni some credit. Appreciate that, brother. Wow.
No, this was huge, man. This was huge for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was pure dominance.
Yes.
And I felt like the Kansas City Chiefs took this football field for the first time in a very long time, not knowing what was on the other side. I truly do.
That's good.
I think they took the football field thinking like, man, hey, the Eagles done did this to everybody else, not us. I felt like they had that mindset. And they came out there and they realized early and often that this is not a game and it is real. The Eagles were the most dominant football team all year long. I'm not going to say best because it went up and down with a bunch of different teams. But the most dominant football team all year long was the Philadelphia Eagles in all 3 phases. And they dominated that football game yesterday in all 3 phases. The Kansas City Chiefs came out there on defense. They said, hey, man, we are going to make sure Saquon Barkley don't ruin this game. And put the ball into the quarterback's hands. And the quarterback did what we've been asking him to do all year long. Just throw to your one-on-one targets and let them go make plays. A.J. Brown made plays for him. Smitty made plays for him. He made plays with his legs, played a complete game. And then defense. I have never seen a team coached under Andy Reid and quarterbacked by Patrick Mahomes look like that on offense. Zero answers for the play calling. And then the quarterback. That's the worst I've seen Patrick Mahomes look ever since he's been playing in the National Football League. For 7 years, I've never seen Patrick Mahomes look like that. Was the Eagles' defensive line on him? Yes, but it was plenty of times where the Eagles' defensive line wasn't on him, and he was rattled, stepping up in the pocket when you don't got to step up, escaping too early when you do not got to get outside the pocket. They had no answers for the Philadelphia Eagles.
This is why I love Patrick Mahomes, though, because I'm going to be honest, I'm an honest person. That's what I am. No matter how great or how bad, but you see what he said there? That's on me. Start about the turnovers. I got to play better. And when I know you about to address him, before you went to address him, I just want to say that because a lot of quarterbacks don't do that. Right? A lot of quarterbacks will sit up and say, you know what? That's on me. I play bad. I turn the ball over. Right? And I just love Patrick Mahomes for that because that's the type of person he really is.
But he didn't have a choice, 2-5. Like, again, we'll praise Patrick Mahomes. We do 364 days of the year. But on this day, it's not the day to gloat about how great. I mean, he played so bad. The loss was, I can't say exclusively on him. I got to address Andy later. But this loss looks as bad as it can look for Patrick Mahomes. When I'm thinking about it, I'm reminded of what Tom Brady actually said on The Herd. Colvin, I don't know if we have that sound, and don't roll it yet because I haven't heard it. But Tom Brady on The Herd, I haven't heard it in previewing the show. Tom Brady on The Herd, he said, quarterbacks this day and age, they don't process as fast as they used to.
That's true. That's true.
Brady said, I used to step to the line of scrimmage. My last Super Bowl win, this was Brady speaking, against the Chiefs.
My
last Super Bowl win, he said, I already knew what they were going to be in. He said, by the time I got to the line, I knew their coverage better than they knew their coverage. He said, I knew where Ty Matthew was going to be. I knew where the linebackers were going to be. I knew where everybody was going to be. That's why I could get the ball out of my hand so quickly. It was exposed, the lack of processing by quarterbacks, at least Patrick Mahomes, yesterday, because he was seeing ghosts. Call it what it is.
Yes.
He was seeing ghosts. And by ghosts, I mean he was seeing defenders that weren't there.
Yeah.
He was seeing 12, 13 people on the football field. The Eagles were only rushing 4. They got home with 4. 42 dropbacks. They rushed 4 every single time. Patrick Mahomes, he just started stepping into sacks. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. I understand the Eagles' pass rush. It was good. But Mahomes started seeing things that wasn't even there. We call it phantom pressure, when there's not actually pressure, but you start seeing the illusions of pressure.
That's what Sam Darnold was talking about.
That's what was going on with Patrick Mahomes. Exactly right.
I will say this, though. That's the first, well...
That's what Sam Darnold was talking about.
But no, real talk. I remember when, so playing with the Chiefs in 2019, right? He was special, right? And he was younger then.
Yeah.
But he would have issues with sometimes stepping in the pocket or dropping back so far because he's a strong arm. He'd get it out there. He didn't want to deal with the pressure. But he's been getting better with that. Yesterday night, he went back. He resorted back to some of that old Patrick Mahomes. And I think when they were getting to him, they made him look regular, right? Now, obviously, he's not regular, but they made him look regular. And another thing I want to talk about, we like to compare Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. Well, I do. I say there's nobody close to Tom Brady but Patrick Mahomes. Because all the success he's been doing, et cetera. Yesterday, it taught me something. Hold up, Shady. Take your time a little bit. There's a big gap between Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady.
Explain.
And that showed me yesterday.
Elaborate.
Because, first of all, Tom Brady is never going to be in a Super Bowl game and get embarrassed like that. Tom Brady's never going to look like that, right? And then even I went back. So as I'm partying and had to take the flight back, and I'm get ready for the game and all that. I look at the when they played the Patriots. The Patriots played the Falcons, and they were getting their tail whooped by 25 points, right? And in the third quarter, you see him doing what Tom does. Hey, let's go. We got to be special now. Now it's time to be great. Everybody, when I look at the Chiefs,
that sideline was.
They were quiet. I look at Pat. Pat was like, yo, what's going on? I played with Pat. I've been there when we were down to the 24 points by the Houston Texans when they're kicking their tails. I was there for that. I was there for when we was losing to the in 2019, we losing to the Super Bowl game against the 49ers. And he was motivated and getting everybody going. I didn't see none of that. Everybody was quiet.
Why do you think that is, though?
Well, you was getting your tail whooped.
Just because from the start.
And the way he was playing, you ain't giving up pick sixes.
Confidence.
You Patrick Mahomes pick six in the Super Bowl to a rookie
on his birthday.
Hold up. Then we come right back. Okay, let's get some momentum before the half, right? Because we had a great team. And Andy Reid always says great teams either score before half or at the end of the game. So I said, okay, they're not tripping yet. You throw another pick?
Another one.
Bad. And the last part is when watching the game also, the defense played great for the Eagles, right? Defensive line played great as well. But there was sometimes, you was rattled. Before the pressure get there, you in and out. Am I scrambling or not? And once I seen that, I said, the whole time you thought that all the experience was for the Chiefs, it didn't like that last night. Like all the experience on the Eagles. You seen guys frustrated on the sideline for the Chiefs, not talking, not communicating. They're like they seen a ghost. So I don't know, man. We got to. All I'm saying is when we talk about the greats, Mahomes is still a great, obviously.
No question.
But there is a nice margin between him and Tom Brady right now today.
I mean, look, when I watch the game, and watch Mahomes from a quarterback perspective, 6 sacks. A lot of those sacks were on him, right? And I would say, and we'll address it later with Andy too, he wasn't chipping the defensive ends at all. Like, it was 5 offensive linemen versus 4 defensive linemen, and the only thing those 4 defensive linemen wanted to do was to sack Mahomes. They could care less about rushing. Through 3 series, Andy Reid had 1 rushing attempt. The Chiefs had 1 rushing attempt. What do you think the D-line is going to do? Acho, if you're the D-line or you're linebacker, hey, just rush. You're not running the ball. Like we're up 17-0. You're going to rush the quarterback. And so, unfortunately for like the Chiefs, right? They had won like 16, 17, 18 consecutive one-score games in a row. But they have done it in so many different fashions. Like, they were good in close games. Really, the only way to beat the Chiefs, you got to blow them out. And from the start, this looked like a blowout. In the whole year, the Chiefs sort of escaped bad offensive line play, because we talked about it up here a lot. This offensive line was not great. The interior three were okay. The tackles really struggled at times. Patrick Mahomes was sacked this whole season more than he's ever been sacked in his entire career. So I think that obviously played into it. And then really mediocre skill play. Like Hollywood Brown didn't play half the year. Xavier Worthy was a rookie. Travis Kelce wasn't like he was. DeAndre Hopkins, other than the first 2 games of his season with the Chiefs, didn't really play well. So you do all that, and then you play against the most talented team in the world. Like, this is one of the most talented Eagles teams I've ever seen, from like 1 to 53. And when you're doing that, and then when you look at Mahomes, like, for me, it's a bad game. You got to wear this one on the chin. Like, there's no getting. It was a terrible game. There's no way around it, right?
Yeah.
And it proves he's human, because we talk about like greatest of all time, greatest this. I actually think with Shady, it's not that far off in terms of their start through age 29. I don't want to show this.
Stats-wise, see? Stats-wise.
It's not even stats-wise. It's AFC. Look right here. It's AFC Championship appearances. Mahomes, 7, okay? 5 Super Bowl appearances, 3 more than Brady. 3 Super Bowl wins, 3 Super Bowl MVP. Like, all this stuff, it's pretty similar, but I'm with you on the getting embarrassed in a Super Bowl. Yeah. If you just look through age 29, like, he's on track. Mahomes is on track.
We're not talking about track.
But as a player. But I'm just saying, like, one of the greatest of all times looked human.
Listen, none of us is docking Patty Mahomes for nothing. Patty Mahomes is special. But we got to keep it a buck up here in the facility.
Yep.
He did not play good. And if this was a game of Lamar Jackson or Jalen Hurts or Josh Allen, we would be killing them. It wouldn't be no stats. And that goes for the same for Patty. He did not play well last night. The Chiefs did not have answers. We praised the Kansas City Chiefs all year long of play design. Look at what Andy Reid designed up. Look at what the plays that Patrick Mahomes is making. They had no quick game. They had no run game. They had no special designs. You got 4 rushers coming at you, and the Eagles ain't been known for sacking the quarterback all year long. They just been known for playing really good defense, assignment sound, and taking the ball away, not sacking the quarterback. Those dudes was unblocked all the way down the line. All 4 of them was having a party at the quarterback. Dead serious. All 4 of them was there. Yeah, it was you this time, Sweat. You this time, Carter. All 4 of them was getting to the quarterback at will, and the Kansas City Chiefs all game long had no answers. And if they did have answers, Patty Mahomes was not getting the ball out of his hands. They had drop passes. I've never seen a Chiefs team look like that on the offensive side of the ball. They got beat down, especially the best player in the world. And I agree with what Shady's saying, because Tom Brady would have had some answers.
Yeah.
And that's all he's saying from level-wise. Like, Tom Brady would have had some answers for that. You're only rushing 4 on me? Man, I'm going to have a plan to get this ball out of my hand or whatever it is. Patty Mahomes and Andy Reid, I'm telling you, I'm not saying they didn't prepare. They didn't look prepared.
And we in the facility, what we do, not only give you opinions, but uniquely to other morning shows, want to show you all some things as well. Hey, throw up this full screen, Colvin. You can 4-box it so I can look at my guys while we watch this tape. Because when I say Patrick Mahomes was seeing ghosts, this is what I mean when I say he was seeing ghosts. Let me know when y'all are ready. There's not actually pressure here. There's just a figment of pressure. It's very simple. It is a 4-man rush. We bring in 1, 2, 3. We're bringing 4, which means we're playing coverage on the back end with everybody else. So how in the world is there a sack on this play? Watch closely at home. Mahomes, he could get this ball out.
Right now.
I mean, he could get that ball out right there, but he's holding on to it. Again, it's a 4-man rush. Chase, you're the quarterback.
Yeah.
Relatively clean pocket.
Yeah.
Relatively clean pocket.
For a quick game, that's very clean.
It's clean. Again, you got man down here, you got man down here, which means, Pat, You got a dude open right there. Just throw it. But instead, he steps into a sack, giving them away like Oprah back on the Oprah Winfrey Show. You just stepping in the sack. So this is what I mean when I say watch it again at home. This is what I mean when I say Mahomes was seeing ghosts. He's seeing defenders that are not there. The quarterback at this desk is saying it's a relatively clean pocket. Your eyes at home are saying that receiver is open. You can get it out your hand. Instead, you take a sack. You can remove the play. That's what I mean. Again, we want to show y'all tape along with giving y'all opinions this morning in such an epic show.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.